Howdy again, Mr. Pete here, Tubal Cain, and this is episode number 78B, the answer portion of my What Is It Mystery Tool series. I hope you watched part 1 or 78A, but let's identify these now. I had a lot of good comments, some funny comments, and correct answers, and some of these were so easy, evidently. This is really the only one that we're not sure of, so let's begin here with this red plate. Item 1, cast iron, International Harvester. Just about everybody knew what this was. See the IH logo right here? And probably a part number there, and this is a seed plate. This side away from seed, it says. So this is a spacer, and if you had a two-row planter, you'd have 2 buckets of seed on there, 2 hoppers, or it might be a 4-row, whatever. But this distributes the seed into the tubes that drop the seed into the ground and evenly spaces them and drops the correct number of seeds into a hill, or maybe they're just single ones, whatever. But this is a seed plate. More modern ones are plastic. I don't know, maybe they don't use them at all anymore, but this is International Harvester. You had it right. Congratulations. That's number 1. I was rather shocked at how many people, everybody knew what this is. Well, I did too. When I was 15 years old, I developed film. I had the little kit from Sears Roebuck. Remember, they had a camera catalog that I used to look through and just love. I ordered a developing kit for black and white, but mine was, I think, all Bakelite or plastic, but other than that, it was similar to this, and you can take the lid off, and they tell me that there are 2 spools like this, or actually 3. There should be 2 for 35 millimeter, and 1 for the wider film, which is what I used, I think 120 back then, stainless steel so it won't corrode, and then on the top here, this is a light trap, so you can pour the chemicals in or out without introducing any light. Now this could be used in a dark room, or you could put it in a black bag, a cloth bag, to wind your film on this, because you must not expose the film. So here's some 35 millimeter film. This is exposed. It's got some pictures on it, but anyway, you would, in the dark, it's kind of tricky, in the dark you would wrap the film around there, and one part of the film could not touch the other, so they had to be separated when you put the chemicals in there. So this is a developing tank is what it is. That's 35 millimeter. Young guys don't even know what this stuff is anymore, neither do projectionists. Thing of the past. The yellow god is dead. Item 3 is a brad driver. Everybody knew what this is. I didn't think that it would be hard, but these are brads, of course, brad pits. There's a little magnet in there. That's not very strong, but you just drop your brad in there, and it just starts. It doesn't drive it in there. It just starts so that you can use your tack hammer. Did you ever hit your own fingers trying to hold on to a tiny brad, even shorter than this? You know, you're going to hit your fingers, and if you're a swearing man, you will swear. So that's a brad driver. I think I got some more of these around here, and they are only $1.79. You can probably still buy them at Kmart. This one's made in England. Congratulations, those of you that got this right, which is everyone. Perfect for framing pictures and things like that, or putting molding in. You know, I was catching up on my reading, so this is from April of '53. Popular Science or Mechanics, I forgot which, but they always had a section in there on photography. Now this isn't done anymore. We got Polaroid and we got digital, but anyway, that shows how to use this tabletop tank. There's me when I'm 15 years old. Black and white film, of course, and that's how you wrap. Who cares? All right, item 4 that was given to me by David Clark. I'm not totally sure if we got the answer, but I think we do. This certainly is not a clippers. It is not a nippers. It is not meant to cut wire. What somebody told me, this was used by typewriter repairmen to bend not the keys, but those little arms that have the letters on them, so that, you know, when they become misaligned, you could bend them, you know, to different angles. Still not totally sure if that is the right answer. But interesting, isn't it? Very old, no name, no number, no nothing on it. Item 5, again, almost everybody knew what these were, and I got some funny answers as well, and some that were kind of off color. But interesting device, looks like a corkscrew. It is used for removing packing. Now, packing is a material, usually graphite or something like that is around a valve stem or a packing box or a stuffing box. It could be on a pump, it could be on a cylinder, just all different kinds of places where packing is used. Sometimes they have to pull the packing out, so it would be screwed into the packing, which is kind of soft, and pulled out. One man in the comments said that he worked someplace where they used these and they were 6 foot long. I could have used one the other day, I forgot what the job was already, to pull something out, but I would have needed one that was 1/10 this size. So that's what those are, and remember that it's flexible here because you are getting in past objects and all of that. So those are hooks to remove packing, readily available. Look in the big yellow book and you'll probably see a whole page of them. Can you say Chesterson? And the bonus one, almost everybody knew what that was, and then I realized that as a fool, it's right on the label here. This is a shearer's oil can, so that's used in Australia or New Zealand where they shear a lot of sheep, and the shearer, can lubricate his shear every 2 or 3 sheep, I guess, and you can't knock this thing over. Someone suggested that there's a check valve in here so that if it did get knocked over it wouldn't leak, but that is not true. Maybe some brands, other types, but that's just a clean hole. This is brass. It's beautifully made. Thank you to the man that gave me that. And that concludes this episode of What Is It? I'll see you next time. So long for now.